Hello everyone on YouTube, this is Finalukia Guardian, also known as Lex Historia on vid.me, and today I wanted to take a brief trip down memory lane with you guys because I have now been on YouTube for 10 years. I created this YouTube account on November 26th, 2007, back when I was still a senior in high school. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. I've been on YouTube longer than FPS Russia. I've been on YouTube longer than Matthew Patrick. I have been on YouTube longer than PewDiePie. And I'd like to share with you what I've learned over these 10 years. So the first lesson I want to share with you on YouTube is you likely will not make it as big as PewDiePie. You likely will not make it as big as Matthew Patrick 13. You likely will not make it as big as FPS Russia. You will likely not be as big as Smosh. And you likely will not be as big as Fred. Louis Crookshank, for those of you who are not familiar with the YouTuber Fred. But even if you are not going to be as big as those YouTubers, that doesn't mean you shouldn't still produce good quality content. Because even if you only get a few hundred subscribers, or even just 100 subscribers, like I have, the fact is 100 people cared enough to subscribe to you because they wanted to see the content that you produced regularly. They liked it, and they liked watching it, and they wanted to support your channel so that you would produce more of it. And if you produce more of that good quality content that they subscribe to see, then over time, perhaps your subscriber count will grow. And who knows, maybe one day you will get to 1,000 subscribers, and then maybe one day 2,000 subscribers, and then maybe a year and a half after that, 5,000 subscribers, and then maybe a few years after that, 10,000 subscribers. And if you have that many people watching you and reaching out to you, then, even then, if it's not as big as FPS Russia or Matthew Patrick or Smosh or PewDiePie, you may be able to actually make a little bit of extra cash off of your YouTube channel if you were to, say, monetize it. Now, of course, not every video is going to be eligible for monetization, and what is and is not monetizable is going to be determined by the YouTube terms of service that day, and who knows what they will be in the next 2 years or 10 years from now. YouTube's terms of service change all the time, and especially after Adpocalypse, who knows what they're going to be in the future. But if you are lucky and you do have a decent amount of viewers, even if you're not the most subscribed, even if you only have not as many as Matthew Patrick or Smosh or PewDiePie, you may still be able to make some extra cash to help supplement your income, or if you already have enough income to support your daily life, maybe you have a little bit of extra money in your pocket to invest back into your channel to make the better content that you want for your viewers. And so, even if you are not able to be as big and as profitable as PewDiePie, you should still make good quality content, and your viewers will reward you. And that should be a good point to transition into my second lesson that I've learned on YouTube. And that is, do not post your content only on YouTube. Post it on other video sharing sites as well. Because, as we know, after the YouTube Adpocalypse and a whole bunch of terms and conditions of YouTube changed, it is a very smart thing to have multiple places to upload your content in the event that YouTube's terms of service get even worse than what they already are. So, even if you don't make money on another video hosting site, you should, at least at some point, also post your videos on that site. Because in the event YouTube decides that it only wants a certain type of content on the video site that they host, well, then they decide, you're not worth it anymore, and boom, like that, with a flick of a switch, you're gone. And, well, I guess it's not even a flick of a switch. It's more of like a flick of a bot's switch in virtual reality, because the algorithm rules all. But in the event the algorithm decides that the odds are no longer in your favor, the best thing you could do is have a backup place to upload your content. I myself am on vid.me, and I'll link to that in the description box below for anyone who wants to see my vid.me account. It's Lex Historia for those who want to get to it. But just have a backup plan. Post your stuff more than just on YouTube, because if YouTube does decide that you're not worth it, or some completely catastrophic thing happens with YouTube and YouTube just goes belly up, it's nice to have a backup option so that your viewers can go to and continue to view your content and give their input and interact with you, and we can all make the world a better place. And the third and final lesson that I want to share with you all is that you should not just do YouTube. Get outside and interact with other people. And I know this sounds kind of like common sense, and by the way, this also applies to other video sites as well. Don't just do VidMe, or don't just do, what's that one, BitChute, I think. Don't just do Dailymotion. Don't just do Twitter, I think also hosts videos. Don't just do Facebook. Get out and actually meet with people and have personal, in-person interactions with them. Because human interactions, even though they can be done online, they are best done face-to-face. And that, I think, is the best lesson we can learn from this. YouTube is great, but it's not everything. So, I thank you all for watching with this trip down memory lane. And until next time, take care. Peace.